How's it going, guys? So finally finished up this goddamn weekend. Let me tell you, it was not easy. As usually, you may hear my fan in the background, so I do apologize, but I try to keep my room as nice and cool until winter time actually starts kicking in. Um, this should be like part 16 or 17, somewhere in there. So we just finished up Dead Man's Respite in the last video. So let's continue to go explore. Hello, Reed, actually. So we have the option. We can either explore Rorikstead area, or we can head west, explore the Markarth area. We do Markarth territory. We're gonna be dealing with a lot of Forsworn and stuff like that. You head north. You're gonna deal with more bandits, Imperial, witches, giants area. You head really north up in this area. You're gonna start dealing with your frost trolls, your frost saber cats and stuff like that. Your ice wraiths and shit like that. You head within more in this area. You're gonna deal with more of your giants and your wolves and your bandits, and then you head more south to the Riften area. You're gonna deal with more trolls, bears, spiders, stuff like that. And if you head, of course, within the Whiterun area, you're gonna deal with mostly just bandits, since it's what's mostly been taken over by. And if you head within the Falkreath area, you're gonna be dealing with a lot of more Spriggans and animals and stuff like that. So, but I think we're heading into.
I think there's gold inside.
Yes. You know, there's a fort over there, actually. What the hell fort is that? Oh, that's in that area. That's Marthal area. That's like vampire territory and stuff like that. I don't remember there ever being a fort over there, though. Oh, right on the spot, too. Let's go check it out. But I gotta take this frustration out. So it's like, I'm getting some Skyrim recordings in. Let me tell you, never work retail or work in a restaurant if you cannot handle people. Because, damn. Just becomes too much sometimes. Oh, hello. Frostbite spider. Was not expecting you. Thank you. I don't figure out what the hell fort that is. I wonder if we're in the right territory? There is a mage / vampire fort around here, but I don't know if this is the right territory. And what the hell is that? Oh, it's a goddamn bear. And he took down a mammoth? That's new. I got you on that one. Goodbye. Oh, he got shot in the gut, and then probably the forehead. Later on, when you start moving towards more northern territory areas, especially around the Markarth territory, cave bears start becoming a thing. These are just your standard normal bears. So he got shot like right in the gut, and I'm guessing the forehead. But bears will actually start coming into pairs. So if you hear one bear, there's usually going to be a second bear that's going to be within the area. So be aware of that. And these two fights would never have happened. That mammoth would have whooped that bear's ass. Because later on, once you start unlocking dragons and stuff like that, dragons will pick fights with giants and mammoths. And they usually tend to beat low level dragons. So I want to say this is the fort. I think it is, question mark. There is a fort where a bunch of mages hold vampires prisoners. This is not the fort. What the hell fort is this? No, this is the fort. I think. There should be like a flame astronaut walking. No, this is not the fort. What the hell fort is this? Don't recognize this fort, but that's a skeleton. nasty little turd. So we had 2 skeletons and a mage. It's been so long since I've played Skyrim, so I don't know if Anniversary Edition will add any extra areas. So get your attention now. The Lesser War is not going to help you out against an arrow. Come on. Give me a turd about this. Usually most mages will become one-shot if you're stealth high enough, and along with your archery, considering most enemies will become one-shot if your archery is high enough. But there are some mages, like archmages, that tend to be at least 2 or 3 shots. Even though they're not wearing any armor, still getting shot by an arrow, and yet somehow still manage to live. Fort SnowHawk. I do not remember this place. Kind of feel like Gandalf. I can't recall this place. Oh, it's that way. How do you know? The air doesn't smell so foul down this way. When in doubt, always follow your nose. Ah, you little shit. Move. Where's that mage at? Oh, hello. Shit. Knew this was gonna happen. Ah, grab the arrow. Alright, screw this bullshit. Dude, you're using a frost spell against an archer. That shit's not working for you. It's like, technically, archery is some form of melee, because you are technically actually throwing a projectile at an enemy, just with a weapon. You know. Spark. Command throws, I'll take that. Robes, mage robes, usually provide pretty good currency in the beginning of the game. Later on, you know, you may get some forms of hit captain. Some forms of enchantment off of them you may not have gotten later, or early on in the game, or later on in the game. So always keep an eye out for them. Eventually, they do start becoming useless for currency because they'll drop down to like 25 gold per one. So. Someone's still around here. Boy, what the shit? Hello? Who the fuck just shot me? What? You knew what? Oh. Someone's hiding over here. Is that the chest? Oh, no, it's just a window. Ah. Oh, hello. Ooh. Taking care of you. Okay, that was interesting. It's like a bunch of goddamn enemies everywhere. But I'll take the free loot, so thank you very much. Later on in games, you also do want to be extremely careful with... I might just put this as like a Let's Play / guide. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. Because it's still somewhat of a guide, too, because I'm introducing new people to Skyrim who've never played it, so... If you watch my videos and never played Skyrim and you want to know a lot of stuff, I can help you out with that. But be careful with mages early on in the game because some of them technically tend to have level 5 spells that can actually one-shot you if you're not careful enough. And usually ones that tend to be the blizzard-looking spells. Oh, hello. No, please go back to sleep.
What was
It was nothing. This is not your 6 a.m. wake-up call, so please go back to sleep. You have an extra eternity to wake up. Got that, that. But it's like a blizzard type of spell, a firestorm, but when it's called ice storm. And basically what it does is it's a power-up spell. So you're going to hold it, and then you're going to release it, and then it shoots us like this little blizzard that follows a little pathway. And it can drain your stamina, and it can drain your health real quick. Usually high-level mages will tend to have it. Enemies like Draugr Deathlords, or there's ones higher than that. Usually will not tend to carry them. But usually you see with mages. Some form of necromancer, skeleton mages may have it, but it's a very slim chance that they do. I don't think I've ever come across any of them that actually have. What the hell are you doing, son? Goodbye. I didn't have to step through the doorway and took y'all ass out. This is why playing a stealth character is... And it's just words can't speak. It's perfect. There's just some words that I cannot just say properly. It's like speaking too fast and then trying to say a word you can't say properly just doesn't look well. Skeleton and no mage. Goodbye. We'll take those. Bone meal, ectoplasm. Of course I'm carrying too much. Well, let's see what we can do here. There is a enchantment table there, actually. I don't know what's going to allow me to use it. If Fendel activates the enemies within the area. Cheese. Good, we can use it. Okay, so that can get ditched. That's about it. Alright, so all the enchantment crap, like the weapons and stuff like that, this stuff is just not worth it. No, I want my that. Ditch that, that. Don't need this crap. I don't know why the hell I have that. 372. Might get a little bit out of that. Copper and onyx circlets, not going to be worth a lot. However, I do recommend you actually do keep them because you can use them for on your enchantment table to actually gain some experience, stuff like that too. This is just going to be strictly vanilla Skyrim. So anything that has to do with mods, you get better enchantments or higher enchantments, or you get higher level enchantments early in the game, stuff like that. I will have zero clue if you bring that up in the comments or whatnot, because I don't play with mods. So just a fair warning on that one. Food, plenty of food. Ditch most of this crap that's not gonna serve most of us. Meredith cheese is really good. 10 points of health, 50 points of stamina. Especially if you're fighting something like giants, stuff like that. It'll help out a lot. Books. I was to learn those things. That can go. Deer hide. Okay, so some stuff dropped, not a lot. Always grab cheese wheels, even though they may take up quite a bit of space. They're worth it because each one usually gives you about 15 health. So if you run out of potions, you're really struggling through an area. Like I'm on the verge of death. Check your food supply because usually you'll have something in there, even with something like 30 or 40 tomatoes. Each one heals for like 1 each. So as long as the enemy's not hitting for like 40 plus something damage, you should be fine. Alchemy, which I'm not worried about. What the hell did I just press? Oh. So apparently holding E actually allows you to pick up the items. That is good to know. Crap. this, that's... I think he's in the next room. Oh, an ice glyph. Well, trap. In this case. They can only be activated by spells or by walking on them, so you can try shooting them with arrows or crap like that. It's not going to work. I don't think I have anything... I might be able to actually use that just to activate this thing. Oops, that's not what I'm going to do. Yeah, just activate that. That can be dropped. How do you add favorites? Huh? Why just step through that door for me? Be real kind of you. Or just open it for me. That works too. Yeah. Here'd your friend go down. Are you in this room? Hello? Okay, he must be above us then, because he's not... necromancers in this game have insanely long range to activate their spells on corpses that are not even anywhere near them. As long as they're a floor below you or above you, they tend to activate them, so just be aware of that. But you usually will hear like the zombie groans of a corpse that's being reanimated anyways. I didn't need to pick all that crap up. I want... Where the hell is that damn thing at? Drop. Books. Shit, no. I want those books, damn it. Hit the wrong button. Yeah, oh yeah, fine clothes usually not worth that much. 40 gold. I mean, you're lucky enough to get maybe 15 or 20 out of it. But, you know, you want to dress around, look like a fancy royal person while you're picking off enemies. Hey, more power to you. Alright, we got 2 points to use. Archery. Let's get that up. Now, backstab means we're not going to use because it's going to be strictly just melee. You won't trigger pressure plates. Now, this one is a 50-50 thing. Because if you plan to be just completely overpowered in the game, you know, you're just taking out enemies left and right, you got high-level enchantment bow or some form of dagger, not having any problems with them, you know, then go ahead and go for Lightfoot. Now, here's where it's a pro and a con. Because the pro is you won't be activating traps, so any of the ram traps, any of the, like the metronome traps, any of the darts or flamethrower traps, none of that will be activated as long as it's considered a pressure plate. So you can go through all the tombs and all the crypts and stuff like that and not have to worry about that. Now here, that's the pro. The con about it is, if you're really struggling through the game, especially against Draugr Death Lords, or there's multiple Draugr Death Lords, stuff like that, you know, and you know of a ram trap in a hallway that you can actually use to actually attack them, you know, and you can actually get them to step on them to activate their own trap and actually take massive amounts of damage or just end up killing them, it really works for you. But the con about it is having Lightfoot, those traps will no longer work, even if you're crouched or you're standing. So you can kind of screw yourself in the end if you're not really that careful with it, especially if you're really struggling, even some of you playing like a stealth mage or something like that, you know, you can really screw yourself in the end. Silent roll, I mean, if you want to move around crouched a lot faster, it helps out a lot. Silence, walking and running, not really that big of a thing for me, considering that if you're going to be running around, quite literally running around tombs like that, trying to escape from enemies or trying to sneak up on enemies while you're walking or running, go ahead. I just tend to be crouched most of the time anyways, because it makes it a lot less likely chance of you getting attacked And with silence, even though they may not hear your footsteps, the AI can still detect your presence of you standing there in a hallway. So silence is not really going to help you out too much. And then you have something like Shadow Warrior. Crusher stops combat for a moment and forces its opponents. Yeah, basically it just kind of resets the enemy's AI to make it think that you're not actually there. If you do attack them or you actually move extremely fast, they will detect you. There is an armor that's like this, a Daedric armor, that has an aura, a poison aura around it. Behemoth, something like that. It starts with a B. Her thing does the same thing, except it puts a poison aura around you while you're in stealth mode. And if enemies get too close, they actually start taking poison damage, which, once again, is a pro and a con, because it slowly kills them off with poison, but if they get too close to you, they can also detect you, even if you do have 100% stealth. So there is a problem with that, too. Sting attacks and bows do 3 times damage, something you really don't want, especially if you're using an archery thing like that. And for daggers, I don't play with daggers because there's just absolutely no point. You get detected way too much. You have to invest extremely a lot of time in the game to time your movements perfectly if you're going to be straight up close to an enemy with a dagger or some form of sword or even two-handed weapons, stuff like that, if you're not going for those crit bonuses and stuff like that. Light armor is always going to be your best, because heavy armor, not only is it going to slow you down, it's also going to weigh more, enemies are going to hear you a lot more, and it doesn't give you the benefits of not being detected with the light armor perks, so there's that too. It does have the same bonuses like light armor, custom fits, or full set gear or pieces of light armor or heavy armor will actually get a weight loss thing. So if a chest piece weighs 50 pounds, you put a perk into one of your either light armor or heavy armor, that chest piece will weigh like 35 pounds. It'll drop it down to a certain amount of weight. If wearing all light armor, head, chest, hands, and feet, of course, we are, because of being a stealth character, that's going to help us out a lot. Archery is only at 60. Crit shots, basically you're going to get increased chances of more of that slow-mo camera crap if you're really that interested into doing that. But I think we're going to start leaning towards getting to deadly aim, because having 3 times as damage is going to help us a lot, especially when I start entering Labyrinthia territory with Jarter Deathlords and crap like that. So, wait, what? Just said it had 2 points. Oh no, because I put it in light armor. No, wait, I said it had 2 points. What the hell? What the hell points did I put it in? Oh no, I put it in stealth. Or stealth archer on there. My brain is so goddamn fried right now. Yeah, or whatever. I'm like not entirely there, and we're over like 3 minutes. So either way, stay safe, healthy, and sanitized. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave comments below. Make sure to check out the rest of my videos, and hope you continue to enjoy this Skyrim Let's Player guide, or whatever you want to call it. And I'll see you.